Hey, what's up, guys? We are live. Welcome back to another episode of the Driving Side. 2024 Camaro Collector's Edition. There's a lot of people. I've been seeing more and more videos, live streams, whatever, dropping. I kind of want to talk to you guys one-on-one today. So, if you guys would do, I see I got a couple people in here already. On your way in, if you do me a favor, like the video, kind of helps. Well, that's the word on the street anyways. It helps promote, push the video, push the stream out, reach more people. Just drop a like. It's easy, it's quick. Also, I got a question for you guys. So in the comments, would you put what state you're from? I don't care. I don't care if you're my neighbor. Just put down what state you're from. I just kind of want to get a geographical location. I don't care if it's country or outside the country or whatever. I just want to know where you guys are at. And I guess part B to that question is, do you think that the Camaro, well, the Collector's Edition, when I say Camaro, that's what we talk about tonight. So the Collector's Edition, do you think it's going to be a sticker package? Yes or no? If you guys would just leave those two things in the comment section, I would appreciate it. But anyways, let's get into this. Hope everything's been good with you guys. It's been a while since we've been one-on-one, so I'm kind of excited for this. I've been watching some other from Burley's in the house. Yes. Omaha. Yes, sir. I'm glad to see that you made it tonight. So, got Ohio. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Do you think it's going to be a sticker package? Yes or no? It's a basic sticker package. I have suspicion to believe that it's not going to be. And I kind of just wanted to put my 2 cents out there. Just kind of clear the air. I don't know how these rumors get. I don't even know where. Mike, you said that you heard that the production was going to end in January. Can you tell me where you got that from or where you heard? It doesn't matter where. I mean, obviously you've heard it somewhere, but I've heard it too. I got it off of YouTube, another YouTuber's video, but I believe that's gonna be false, and I'll get into it here in just a little bit. But 2024 Collector's Edition. I agree. First off, sorry. Last week I didn't know that my mic was like halfway down in volume. So if you noticed anything funny, anything weird, tell me in the comment section right away. So last week I had Alex from Rip Roaring Garage on. We had a pretty good conversation. A lot of details thrown around, mostly about the Demon. This week's going to be about the Camaro. But he was saying that if they number the chassis, it's going to be pretty much sealing the doom for the Camaro. I don't think that's going to be the case. I believe that we will get a 7th generation Camaro. Might not happen traditionally, out with one, in with the other. Especially with this new V8 coming in. I think that obviously it's going to take a little bit of time. There might be a gap in time. But it's to be seen yet, because and it very well could be. There could be a successor right now that, loaded up and they're just ready to launch it as soon as they pretty much sail this Collector's Edition off. But the 2024 Collector's Edition, if the chassis is numbered, I agree with Alex. That's going to be bad news for us. I don't think it's going to be, though. I don't think it's going to be, and I'll tell you. I believe if you guys were on last stream last week, I believe another subscriber was saying, I don't want to name names, that June 2nd is going to be the launch release. I have since tried to look for that information. I couldn't find it out. He said he got it from his dealer. I haven't reached out to my dealer. Yeah. It's just, I think it's a little bit too soon. Could be, is 2 months away. So I predicted maybe, what did I say last fall? It's going to be late spring, early summer. So that's about right. If it's June or July, yeah, it's about right. So, yeah, I think that if this car is numbered, I think it's going to be bad news for us. But other than that, I don't think it's going to be. I think that what they're doing right now is they're going to launch the car possibly in the summer. And as far as I can tell, and as far as I'm aware, everybody that is saying that, and I'm not talking about audience, I'm talking about YouTubers, people that create content and put it out there, stop saying that this car is going to be done in January. I'm going to add to the stream. And this is from GM Authority. Let's go here. And it says, this is obviously the 2024 Camaro Collector's Edition's announced video, yada, yada, yada. It says the 6th generation Chevrolet Camaro is poised to sunset for the 2024 model year. But before it departs, Chevrolet will offer a 2024 Camaro Collector's Edition. Now, if you go down into the article, one second here, I'm doing this with you, so I'm trying to find where I left off at. This kind of leads up. It's kind of building up to, boom, right here. And this is what I was telling the other subscriber last week. Orders for the 2024 Camaro Collector's Edition will kick off this summer. I believe that's going to be July, maybe August. As far as what I've heard, everything's rumor right now. So anybody that tells you that they know something, liar. It's lies. So until Chevrolet releases it, nothing's set in stone. But this is. So orders for the 2024 Camaro Collector's Edition will kick off this summer, at which time more information will be released. Production for the final 2024 Camaro model is set for the January of the 2024 calendar year. So pretty much that is, they're not going to be ending production in January. They're going to be starting production in January. I believe what they're going to be doing in the meantime is taking orders for this car and kind of going, they're going to be taking orders for this car, seeing how much, equipment that they're going to need, and then they're going to be starting production in 2024. I don't know how people got this. It just doesn't even make sense. I sat down and I was thinking about it more and more, and it just doesn't even make sense. I know a big rumor around YouTube was that it was going to end in January, and it was set to do that because it was going to go 1 month after the Dodge Challenger or Charger, pretty much the Hellcats and Scat Packs ended. That way, it could go 1 month longer. Well, we're going to get a whole another year. I promise you. We're going to get a whole another year of Camaro. So that's really, really good news for us. The bad news. The bad news is if you're wanting a ZL1 1LE, that is going to be the hang-up. And I believe, now I did hear from Lethal Garage that they are pretty much kiboshing orders for the ZL1 1LE, and I believe that this is why. Because I can't, now again, I don't have wired. For those of you that are just watching me for the first time, if you're just, tuning in or whatever, I don't have wired internet. Everything is Wi-Fi because it's on the other side of my place. So I have to pretty much download everything to StreamYard and then pre-play it for you guys. So I did put one in the can for the collector's edition. Now, if you look, pretty much the ZL1 1LE. Now, this is off the Camaro 6 forum. and they did put them side by side, and somebody did scale it to pretty much as close as you can get. Same angle, everything, so on and so forth. But they did scale everything down. And as you can see, exteriorly, or, you know, whatever you want to say, as far as like physical attributes, it's going to be the same car. So pretty much, I believe that that's the reason that they're kind of kiboshing the ZL11LEs, is because they're saving all the equipment, everything, the carbon fiber wing. And I don't know if they're trying to make this any more special or whatever, because, I mean, it's not like the ZL11LE was like a hot seller to begin with. So I believe that this is going to be a ZL11LE pretty much package that you can add onto the ZL11LE. You know, I know it sounds weird, but it's all going to come fruition here in just a little bit. So, yeah, I think that they're taking orders now, and they're kind of going to have to gear up and see what they need to, you know, see what components and parts and pieces they need to collect in order to fulfill all these orders. It's either that, or pretty much we're going to have, like, just like Alex was saying with the silent auction on the demons. So it's either that, or they're going to be numbering the allocations and letting people bid or fight or whatever over it. Or a third option, which I thought, is they're trying to wait the Challenger out. They're trying to wait the hype of the, you know, the tsunami of the Hellcat Mopar craze. And pretty much the guys that are pushed out of the Mopar community are going to be looking to buy into the GM community. Mike says, emailed you the link, first pair. Okay, all right, I got you. I'll check it out here, bud. It says 6th Gen's coming off the assembly line in January 2024. Yeah. I guess I'll take that bet. I'll take that bet, bud. Yeah. Force Hobbies, I'm good, man. How are you? It's good to see that you made it, bud. I appreciate you guys. I really do appreciate you guys joining me. So, yeah, Force Hobbies is true that, brother. Yes. I believe that this car is going to be a ZL11LE replacement, substitute, whatever. Now, as far as going back to if you just like pretty much omit or ignore the bottom, the ZL11LE on the bottom, I'm going to say this. I'll put it back up here. The wheels. Now, I know that Lethal Garage dropped a video or a live stream that he did with the Easter eggs. The wheels, I believe, it's just, you don't have a multi-billion-dollar company like that and then put out a picture like that. Now, I know some people are saying that it could be laziness or sloppiness or carelessness. I don't think that's the case. There's something going on with the wheels. I don't know what it is. I believe that them kind of duplicating the front to the back, I think that's kind of their way of saying, you know, something's up with these wheels, but I haven't figured it out yet. And that's okay. I mean, I got time to figure out what's going on, but it is too stupid of a move, or too amateurish of a move for a multi-billion-dollar company to just let that slide. There's just no way. There's no way that on the final Camaro, at the final stage, at the very end, with this Camaro being the one that's going to cross the finish line, that they're going to let that kind of carelessness slide. I don't see it happening. Now, if you do go back, you can see it is the same wing. There has been other people confirmed. Now, I did have suspicions that the wing was lower. And man, I tell you what, again, with Lethal Garage, I do believe that it's the same wing, and I was really, really hoping for the low-rise wing. I really was, because I believe that is it's a better looking wing. Force Hobby says I'll come back in a little. Okay, all right, buddy. We'll see you here in just a little bit. So the wing, I believe, is going to be the same wing. The wheels, I don't know what's going on with them right now, but that is the regular ZL1 wheel with the red calipers. So that's Easter egg in of itself. ZL1 wheels, 20-inch wheels with the red calipers. Haven't figured that one out yet. If we do go back to like, here, I'll just make myself. And if you do go back to the ZL1 on the heat extractor, now you do see, I'm kind of gathering all this because you do see the matte black hood. I know that is muted into, you can't really see the color of the fender. But I believe that's the matte black hood. It's just the way the angles, the way the light's reflecting off of it. I understand that they could have killed the color. There's a ton of tricks and everything that they could have played with this, but I do believe that it's the matte wrap hood. And we have the carbon flash paint on the heat extractor, as you can see with the metallic flake. So these are any extra horsepower or same 650. Steve, 2101. I think it's going to be the 650. I really do. I think that this is going to be pretty much, it's going to have a few options. I believe that we might get a paint color, new paint color. Yeah. Pretty sure there's no horse. Yeah. No, I don't believe so. I think if anything, I think they're going to let that die off with the Cadillac at 668 or something, I believe. I haven't really looked into the Cadillac, but Derp was telling me that there's something different with the intake, the tune, whatever, 18 horsepower. But I do believe that they are, they want to stay relevant, they need more horsepower. Yeah. Yeah. They're going to need to do something to create more hype. They're going to need to do something to create hype, marketing, excitement, something. Because I guarantee you, if they do number this, it's going to be nice work on the Panther badge or maybe the color. Yeah. If you do go back and look, there's a lot of Easter eggs. There's a lot of things that are just different. As you can see, we got the Camaro emblem on the fender. Now, if you look, you can see, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but going off the style line, the leading edge of the fender, the top side of the fender to where you can see just like the silhouette or the outline of the hood. I do believe something is going on there, which I believe that's kind of the one thing that leads me to this picture. What I did was I took the exposure and I increased it like 50% to try. I increased it as high as I could before it started blurring everything out. Now we're not getting high quality photos from GM or anything, but I did everything I could to everyone says the brightness, but that's all it is the exposure to try to increase the details to, just kind of cut through the dark or the shadows. I'm sorry. Yeah, I hope they increase the horsepower. I can't do anything else to my Z01. This car is also, I'm not going to be a buyer on this. One, because it's just like, I've got some other issues going on with the brand. Just the leadership is a bunch of bullshit, I think. And I think I've bought my last brand new GM. Mike kind of knows the nightmare we went through to get our cars. But as far as power increase, I don't think so. And also that kind of sucks because the people that do buy this car, this isn't going to be the car that you want to buy and modify like I do. Because I like to, I treat my things with very, little to no respect. And I admit it. And it is what it is. But I like to push the platform and see what it can do, and I get curious, and I like to do what I want to do. And this car is going to be something that it's kind of like the Demon 170. It's going to be a bunch of people that bought it and just tuck it away and put it in the garage, and that's what it is. And I don't. That sucks because it is what it is. And yeah, I don't know. The Demon 170. It's hard to say with these cars, but I just don't see the market going through the I have conflicting emotions because I don't see these cars becoming $1 million car, but then it's like, it's the final car. It's the last one. So you don't want to screw with that either. So, what do? You can't win. Red line or nothing. I like that. I already bought a used 21 ZL11LE. Boom. Perfect. So this last one is not on my list. Yeah, same here. I will just mod mine if I ever want more power. Yeah. And the LT4 is super easy to do. I mean, I'm at 12, if you do the math or whatever, 12 horsepower shy from 900, and I haven't even opened up the motor. And I haven't even put a lower pulley on it. And I haven't even put a big gulp or a 103. So, I mean, you can get really, really far without even opening up the LT4. So, Craig F., my question to Chevy is, why does the C8 beat a ZL1? What does it beat it at, other than 0 to 60? The C8, I've got conflicting emotions with the C8 because up front, right away, they told you, look, ECU's locked, we're not unlocking it. You kind of have to buy it and drive it for what it is. It's not up my alley. Even with the new suspension under it, I think it's kind of outdated and ancient. It's very blocky. Okay, so people are comparing this car to I'm not trying to get off topic or anything, but people are comparing this car to Ferrari and Lamborghini, and even aesthetically. If you haven't noticed, American cars are a lot of hard straight lines mixed in with the little curves. I know everyone talks about the 1.61 to 1 ratio, the golden ratio, but American cars are very straight line, aggressive, hard edges mixed in with curves, and European cars seem to be the opposite of that. A lot of curves mixed in with a lot of... So, I mean... It's just never going to mix in with that crowd. It's never going to fit in. So it's always going to be its own thing. And GM neutered it. So the C8, yeah, that as far as being a contender against the ZL1, the ZL1 donkey stomps that thing. There's no comparison. Steve ZL1, I think I'll just wait to see if Ford comes out with another GT500. Seriously. Yeah, another GT500 that can... be tuned. So the current one's it's an animal. I have that Forditis. I'm watching too many videos on YouTube where people buy a brand new one and then it's overheating, or they're left on the side of the road, or you know what I'm saying? It's just and I'm not spending. I got my ZL1 for $77. And I think if you put the carbon fiber package, it's $95,000 or $100,000. And then you can't get one for, with no markup. So, yes, the upper management at GM has zero care for it. Yeah. And I'll tell them right now, fuck you right back. Because, the way I've got treated, nah. I mean, seriously, and it's not just me. It's what I've watched you do to other customers, or the cars that we care about. It's just Mary Barra, I think that's how you say her name. I watched the interview, and I if you guys want me to get into it, I will, because I did put it up here, but I don't know if you want to get too far into drama or politics or whatever. But the thing is that agenda-driven drone that we have at the top of General Motors, after I've learned some things, and I kind of feel stupid because I bought a car. Well, actually, I bought into a platform. I bought into a brand. And then I created a YouTube channel telling everybody how great it is. And then and then you got to backpedal, and then you got to backtrack, and then it's like you kind of look stupid, but it's not my fault. So, it's kind of one of them things of, I don't know. Some people move to a country or won't move to a country because of a president, but, those positions change. So, I mean, she could get fired, bring someone new. I mean, that stuff, it's temporary. So, but I've got almost $90,000 in this car. So that's a lot to me. I'm not, that's a lot of money to me. I'm serious. So, Craig F., love your channel and listening to your opinion. Thank you. No, thank you. Seriously, that's awesome. Yes. I do a lot of polls. I do polls daily, 10 a.m. my time. Central Standard Time. And I listen to you guys. I really do. Sometimes I don't get back right away, but when I get home from work or whatever, that's the first thing I do is I open my phone or I sit down at my Mac and I start, interacting with you guys. And I try to listen. So just like Steve's 2101. Did you pull the trigger on the black one? I hope you didn't. But that's a cool car if you did. I mean, you can't really lose in that situation. So thank you, man. So what do you think about the next generation kind of gonna be? Okay, so I'm with Alex. If they number the chassis, I think we're hosed. But I haven't heard anything yet. And the good sign is we haven't seen any test mules out. Decided 6-speed. Yeah, my man. We haven't seen any test mules out of the RC cars or whatever the hell that they're planning on, converting this platform over to be. Oh God, it's sickening to think about. But what I do think is I think we're going to go on hiatus. It's going to be like the Dodge Viper. If it does come back, I think we're going to get maybe one more chance. But yes, you are there every day, and Mike, I'm telling you right now, from me to you, thank you so much because you're always in the polls, you're always giving me your honest opinion, and yes. Yeah, I feel like, I really connected with you on a personal level, even though I've never met you. We got to fix that, dude. 7th generation Camaro, I think we're going to go on hiatus, and whatever that new V8 is going to be, I believe it's already said that they're going to put it in the Corvette, or they're intending to. That's their intentions. So I believe that, we might get it in the Camaro. Again, if you don't buy that little toy car that they're going to be coming out with, seriously, that's why a lot of these electric cars, the prices are going down. The used market, I know everyone's thinking, inflation. And even the Fed, I don't think that this month they raised the interest rates. I mean, double damn, dude. We're at 12% right now. So it's like, I think that they said that if inflation goes up even more or whatever, if we're pushing the bar, that they're going to have to step in and raise it next month. But yes, the used car market, it's about to become a crazy show here. Steve's, hate to say it. Don't hate me, Andrew. I ain't gonna hate you. But make the next Camaro an SG. Yeah, okay, maybe. No, I ain't gonna hate you, but dislike. Maybe. Okay. Like the Trackhawk. Oh God. Trackhawk was badass, but I can't do it. Come out with something else. Come up with a brand new name. Trackhawk. To me, that's what the Trailblazer should have been, or the Blazer, or whatever the hell they want to call it. To me, that's what the Blazer SSZ. Well, they'd probably put it, because everything Performance Chevrolet is Z line. So I think that's what that should have been. But John Todd, just wanted to say hi, all. Right back at you, buddy. But yeah. I'm all for the Trackhawk. See, thank you, sir. I can always count on you. Yeah, Trackhawks are mean, and they're insanely fast. I mean, as far as like an SUV goes, it shouldn't be doing the things that it's doing. So, it's yeah. The Trackhawks. If you watch any of those videos on YouTube, man, they are just wasting a lot of other cars, a lot of other like supercars too. So, yeah, that new Chevrolet V8, whatever that's going to be. I did read in one article, but you know, here's the thing: is I watched, my goodness, I can't talk. I watched a interview with Mary Barra, and like lightning, yes, that's a good way to put it too. I watched an interview with Mary Barra. I can't remember it. It was like 10 months ago ish. And she was talking about EVs, you know, oh, we're going to beat Tesla. Oh, we're already, you know, blah, 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 blah. The whole thing made me sick to my stomach. I couldn't watch it. But that's the one I pre-canned. If you guys want to see it, I can break it down for you guys and kind of go step by step. But I don't know if you want to get into the drama, man. Get into the drama. I hate drama. But it's a necessary evil. You know what I mean? So, but the 2024... Yes, the 2024 Camaro Collector's Edition, I do believe that we are going to be getting like a ZL1 replacement, or a ZL1 1LE replacement. I think that's why they stopped taking orders on it. It's kind of doing the old Dodge trick to where, like when I ordered my Dodge, I ordered, man, I was still waiting on my ZL1. So I got my ZL1 July 8th of last year, and I was still waiting. And the Brampton plant like closed. So I think GM's trying to pull that same trick because they see all this hype and all this buzz and everything created, but GM's in a lot of trouble right now, man. I mean, it's all over the news. If you read any of their articles or whatever, they're scrambling. They have to find like $2 to $4 billion to save to just to keep the ship afloat. So I'm telling you right now, that being said, in the grand scheme of things, I wouldn't set the bar real high. You know what I mean for this collector's edition. But they're gonna have to do something because this is it. This is the final of the 6. So I have a feeling it's already done. Everything's set in stone. All the decisions are made. But yeah, we should know here in probably 60 days. 60, 90 days. Just making sure my mic's all the way up here. So yes, what do you guys think it's going to be a sticker package? Now that I've got more of you in here, do you think it's going to be a sticker package? Yes or no? Be a pretty simple question. I do think that they're kind of trying to wait Dodge out, and whoever is spilling over or didn't get their order fulfilled from a Dodge. Corey, what's up, buddy? Yes. Okay. All right. Could be. Yes. Okay. But they're gonna have to do something that you can't just buy stuff off the shelf and duplicate yourself and call it a collector's edition, because people love to fake stuff. And so that's kind of where it trips me up. I mean, if the plaque or whatever, man, I mean, it's just, I think that maybe the most extreme thing that we're going to get is we're going to get a new paint color. I don't know. I don't think a lot. I mean, if you go back and look at the picture, and if I'll put it back up here, if you go back and look at the picture, the wheels trip me up. As far as we're going to be getting a new emblem on the fender. I think that we're going to be getting carbon flash paint on the heat extractor. We're going to be getting the same carbon fiber wing as the ZL1 1LE. I do believe that we're going to be getting, see that they've got the entire front end like shadowed out except for the light cutting through right underneath the chin spoiler. But if you do look at it like super close, it does look like the standard ZL1. I hate saying standard ZL1 because it's not, it's far from standard. But yes, as far as that goes, that really looks to be about it. So the wheels trip me up because that makes me think that we're going to get some special wheel. You know what I mean? Because they're probably going to need a couple months to cut all those wheels, CNC all those wheels. Maybe we're going to be getting a different wheel in a paint color. Other than that, I think it's going to be pretty much the same car with a little placard maybe on the interior. Might get a different color of stitching. Probably not. But yes, that's going to be pretty much my guesstimation of everything on the car. Oh, also, I did. When you were watching the final, I don't know if you guys cared to see it or not, but the script where it went from like, SS to Z01, Z01, 1LE, and it went faster, faster, faster. I broke it down for you guys. I did my best to like slow it down. That way, in case you were wondering, Ecopo, gross. Yes. So the one that caught my eye and the whole thing inspired me to slow that down was I saw Supercar and I'm thinking, oh my God, I fucking told you. But Supercar 3, I went through and I kind of looked at it. It turns out it's like kind of like a NASCAR thing. It's its whole thing. It's, yeah. Another yes. Man, you guys could be ceramic brakes. Yeah, I heard from Lethal Garage. Dude, John Todd, maybe carbon fiber wheels. Oh, that's a good guess. That's a good guess. They are becoming more and more popular, and even Ford, which they're coming down in price a lot. So that could be 10K extra for carbon ceramic brakes. I'm not sure if people would pay that. I would. Because if you go look at Competition Motorsports website, I think the whole setup's like 25 to 30 grand to do all four corners in carbon ceramic. So, yes, 10K. Yeah, that's half price. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'd do it. Again, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it to the Camaro community or anybody else taking a collector's edition car and then just like, bastardizing it like that. It's just, no, I couldn't do that to you guys or myself. But that does mean that we would get them in the parts bin. So my thing is pretty much Chevrolet, once they stop production in a car, 10 years, and then boom, all the parts are gone. So that's kind of my only problem with this. Todd says, well, just know Dodge. I just know Dodge, you did it on their new car, right? Dodge did it? I didn't hear anything about that. Mad Merc, what's up, dude? What's up, man? Yeah, we're gonna have to be we'll have to meet up here in just a little bit. Yeah, Mad Merc. It's Ryan, everybody. Going back to Mike Burley, 10K for carbon ceramic brakes. I would pay it. I would pay it in a heartbeat. I think that's a deal. And if we get it, that they're gonna put that in the GM performance line and make it a kit. So I think that would be awesome. I think that the Camaro needs it. If there's any car that does need it, a 4,000 pound ZL1, yes, 100%. So, yeah, I think them taking orders, it scares me. This is going to go one way or the other. Either they're just buying time like they are with Dodge, because they're intentionally slowing down production. And there's been numerous articles about this as far as like shutting down plants, just halting production for a week. And I've read articles with this. they're stopped giving reasons. Like they're flat out telling reporters, "Don't worry about it. We're just stopping production for 2 weeks." And yeah, the market's not going to get any better if that crap doesn't stop. So it all starts at the top. Sorry, I was just trying to say that the rims on the new Dodge Demon are carbon fiber. Yeah, right. See, that's another example. They're getting to be more and more predominant as far as like in production, mass production cars. They're becoming cheaper and cheaper, and there's a lot of benefits to them. So that very, very well could be, because I mean, now that they've got a producer as far as like the C8Z06, I have no reason. Well, This is GM. So, but there is no reason why they could not strengthen that bond with their supplier, design another carbon fiber wheel, and give it to the Camaro Collector's Edition. Yes, ZL1s need carbon. They do. There's a ton of benefits. Carbon ceramics, they bite harder, they last longer, they're more expensive. But if you look up prices for like the Z28, another Camaro that got carbon ceramic brakes, they're really not that expensive on these cars. So I mean, yes, they are, but when it comes down to like $850, $900 for a steel rotor versus $1,200 for a carbon ceramic, they don't warp. You know what I'm saying? They don't warp. They bite harder. There's no dust. They weigh less, and it's unsprung weight. So the weight that is rotating is off the chassis. It's not sitting on the suspension. So as far as like acceleration and handling and being able to throw it into the corners, exit corners, flat out acceleration. Sorry, I bumped my keyboard. But yeah, it's amplified effect. So you're going to be gaining. It's a win-win-win. For like I said, $900 for the steel brakes on my SS1LE when I was checking, and then you're talking $1,200-$1,300 for a rotor on the Z28. The benefits are just, it's not even close. So yes, I agree with you, and yes, I would pay $10,000 for that in a heartbeat, no problem. Well, I just as far as GM and the Dodge and the Hemi and everything going out, this is just a crazy time. I kind of want to get you guys' opinion. What do you think about these synthetic fuels? This is going to be another factor that I believe that this might lead to a 7th gen gas Camaro. Well, gas anything. Because, well, Mad Merc, you're going to love this one. Mercedes-Benz actually stood up and said, nope, we ain't doing it. We are making internal combustion engines. That's the way it is. And they're going to keep going. So, I believe that they pretty much paved the way for over in Europe. But, they're going to be making V8s. I think they're kind of looking down the barrel of a shotgun going, oh shit, we need to do something here because, we need to sell cars. So, yeah, Toyota too. Toyota's kind of doing something different to where they're trying to appeal to a more premium consumer. And there's a lot of moving pieces going on there. I hope that they make it. I mean, there's a reason that they've been hyping up their reliability, dependability, resale value, blah, 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 everything for the past years. There's a reason that they've been pushing that. I hate to call it agenda, but it kind of is, isn't it? So, but I hope it works out for them. And the new CEO that got put in charge of Toyota, yeah, I hope he has a backbone, stands up to the EPA, and everybody finds a solution for a workaround as far as keeping the internal combustion engine, because it's the only way to keep this car culture alive. I mean, everybody's pretty much expressed that EVs suck. And I mean, anybody with any kind of brain or any kind of backbone has said that, I'm staying with internal combustion engine. I'm not buying an EV. The architecture sucks. There's been editors that come out and say, the range isn't there, the profitability isn't there. ICE motors or internal combustion engines, they just do everything better. The refueling time, that's the one that gets me. So nobody wants to sit on the side of the road for freaking 45 minutes to an hour. And no. And if you work the numbers out, I've seen some instances where it's the savings isn't there as far as cost goes. So fuck your EV. I'm not doing it. I don't care. So like I said, I would do a little beater car, like, to work and back, but that's it. I think that's the limitation of the EV market. Sue me. I mean, whatever. I don't care about what else you think, but that's the length of it. So, do you guys have any questions about any Easter eggs? Plus, I want to grill them. Yes. Yeah. It's just weird, isn't it? How your eye can just pick up on that and you just know that's an EV. It's got a solid painted front body. It's just a solid painted front bumper. Is what I was gonna say. It's just odd to me after decades of pretty much my whole life seeing big openings or air curtains or upper and lower grills, just to see this little. It's a little bit too much of a culture shock for me. So. They're cool. I mean, I think, that's the beauty of capitalism. You can have a free market for whatever you want. I'm not saying that they need to go away. I'm just saying they're not going to replace gas anytime soon. And, even Mary Barra has tried to come back and cover her ass by saying the ZZ632, the 1,000 horsepower, Chevrolet performance motor, crate motor. She's always come back, said that, even this engine's going to destroy EVs. And it's like, oh my God, whatever. But I appreciate the sentiment, but I know which bullshit evil that's stemming from. So, but closing in on 45 minutes. Do you guys have any questions on the 2024 Camaro Collector's Edition? What you got to say, Tracy? And they put all these lights on. You would think that they wouldn't put so many to help the back. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, look at the Ford Lightning. I believe that it's either the third brake light or the whole brake light wraps across the whole freaking tailgate. I know that these LEDs don't have that much of a draw on them, but it's like, it's a little much. It's a little over the top. Mike says, is it just me or do the wheels on the 24 picture look polished or chrome? Interesting. Now, I was going to say that, but I didn't want to have anybody push back. And I'll bring it up again for you guys. But I'm going to say, they do look a little light, don't they? Because I just had my 20-inch wheels in my face this morning as I was polishing or, cleaning my own. So, yes, they do look a little bit bright. I can't tell now. I can't tell if that's just lighting or if they're intended, to look that way or whatever. But as far as the color, yeah, it could be. But here's what I'm saying. I don't think that that's the real wheel. Like I said, it's just too stupid of a mistake. I think that was intentionally put that way in of an Easter egg itself. So I think that we might be getting a new wheel. I don't know. Is that it? Would that be enough for you guys? Do you think that would be a big enough package change? Investment from GM's side? for you to buy this car? I don't know. That's wheels. Any more wheels are getting expensive. I just had my tires rebalanced this morning, and I'm gonna tell you what. I was flat out pissed off when I left. My dealership. The last time I went in to get my wheels rebalanced, it's $40. $40, plus tax and all that crap. So today it was 100. It's almost 130. I was about ready to freaking lose it. So yeah, they're claiming the cost of metals have went up. I don't know that to be a fact. I'd have to do some investigation on myself, but so if we get some wheels, like forged aluminum wheels, that's going to be kind of a big deal. It's going to be kind of a big deal. Sorry, EV. Yeah, I knew what you meant, buddy. On the EVs, yeah. But my thing is, are you going to have a guilty conscience about listening to the radio? And at what level are you going to have the radio? Because, I don't want my range to go down. Do you see the stupid game you're playing? How long do you want to run the brights? High beam, low beam? Do you want to run fog lights? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this gets stupid. And it's, as the temperature drops, so does that capacity for the battery. It goes quicker. It's bullshit. Yeah, $130, yes. Just to pull off the wheel, pick off the weights, and here's my thing is, and what I was, I'm not running your business or what, I'm not running your dealership, but not every wheel is going to need I mean, if you put it on the balance machine, and if it's within like a quarter of an ounce out of roundness or whatever, if it's off the target or whatever that much, why don't you come back to the customer and give them the option and just say, hey, we'll reduce the price and only balance 3, 2, 1 of the wheels, the one you were fucking feeling, and try to save people money. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not running your business, but it's like, you don't just rip off all the weights or in times like this when everything is through the freaking roof or whatever. Just saying, just throwing out there. It's an idea. Steve's 21 ZL1 says no, want more power. How much power? 50? 100? Because I'm with Redline or nothing. Yeah, would love to have the LT5 for more power. 755 would do it. Because if it had, going back to Lethal Garage, his original video, the LT5 with carbon ceramic brakes. Yeah, that blue ZL1 in my driveway, for sale today. Yeah, LT5 for sure doing that, because I think the LT5 had port injection on it as well as direct injection. So could be wrong. I haven't done a whole lot of LT5 research, but Mike says can't justify getting rid of my 2023 ZL1 for cosmetics on a 2024, unfortunately. Yeah. And you know what the thing is they fucking owe you. They owe you because what happened to you on their clock is such a rare event, and they owe you at least first dibs or something on that. I believe. I think they did you a little dirty, but that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you need to go out of your way to raise hell with anybody, but Ridley Collins says 800. Yeah. Jailbreak's got 808. I mean, why not? Why not? This chassis, this platform, it's got way more. It's way more competent. It's got way more potential. There's way more just left in it. I mean, I'm at 880. I can just stab the throttle. Mad Merc was behind me today. What? Wait a minute. I shouldn't be saying all this on the old YouTube's ivory tower watching over me, but it's now I'm getting to the point where I'm having to do chassis work as far as like control arms and stuff like that because the whole rear end's moving. Chassis is not moving, chassis is not flexing, suspension's doing nothing, but it is the rear like upper control arms, I believe, is starting to flex on me a little bit. So but the Alpha chassis, the Alpha platform, dude, 900 horsepower and it's solid. So it's got a ton of headroom left in it. So yeah, 800 do it. 800 could go, if you went from 650 to 800, that would be a lot of hype. That would be a good marketing springboard. Just saying. Steve, yeah, give it at least 700. Yeah. I love the black on red. That's why my 22 Challenger, plus the bright red calipers, interior. Yeah. Yeah. I believe that paint code's PR4. Don't hold me to it. PR4 has been around for a long time, since the 90s. But that torch red, they've called it a lot of things. Flame red. I don't know what they call it now. But yeah, that bright red, dude, on the Challenger, oh my God. I think that's probably my favorite color, and it's just a simple red. It kind of accents the body lines, what body lines it has, just perfectly. So, and it looks menacing from the front. Mike says 750 to 850 power increase in the 2024. See? There you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. So, how much do you think that this guy's how much do you guys think that this package is going to cost? Myself, I'm thinking it's going to be somewhere in the $3,500 to $5,000 range. That's what I'm thinking. Mad Merc, yes sir. Tracy, I don't think anybody ever has. No, it's like sex. I mean, no, you can't. Because when you hit that next level and you get complacent or you get used to it, and it's like, all right, where do we go from here? And then you start breaking stuff, and then it's like, it's just, it's a drug, man. It's a drug. I'd like to have about one or two. Man, are you serious? One or two more horsepower than your Yanko? Dude, 1055 to the tire, that is no joke, bud. That is, holy crap. Don't tell me that have you maxed that thing out? Have you really stretched its legs and got all over it and maxed out the capability? Because I would love to see a video of that, man. Holy crap. Rendley Collins could do more for weight reduction. Yeah. Yeah, that's what's held American cars back for so long and nobody talks about. Spot weld count, spot weld size, and if you guys want, I could do a video on spot welds, why they're so important. But the introduction of ultra high strength steel, and these steels, these alloys, these mixtures and combinations of everything, of which they, it takes the recipe to make these metals. They're lighter, like that Docal R8, I believe, which came over from Europe in 2012 or whatever. That my cage is made. Dude, that stuff is it's light. That cage is like 50 pounds, and I can roll the car over, and it will support the entire weight of the vehicle. So, I mean, this stuff is it's a little bit the compositions and the materials that they can come up with to create all these different metals. It's freaking ridiculous. It's you're limited by money at this point. So it says it's going to be $7,000. That might be a good guess, actually. That might be a good guess because I mean, with everything going up in price and the price of everything, all these costs increase. Yeah. And then you gotta figure in the BS factor, right? Because you know that they're gonna, start just calling more, So he's right there with Miranda. It says 7 to 10 more for the collector's edition package. Is my guess. Mary Money hungry bear. Yeah, needs to eat, dude. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, she's down to eating meat once a week, isn't she? Yeah. Love it, that fucking slam donkey. Man, I tell you what. Mary Barra. As soon as she got in there, I heard she gave herself a big fat ass raise. And yeah. I mean, all these raises and this compliance and these meetings and this agenda driven bullshit, it's really putting a pinch on this company. And like I said, they're scrounging right now to find billions extra that they can save in the production of all the vehicles across the company wide. So, and I think I might go back and leave a link to that video that I saw for that. I was just like, makes sense, par for the course. LSS Motorsports says, so when are we going to find out what they are doing for 2024? The collector's edition, now, the rumor on the street is June 2nd. June 2nd, and they're going to be taking orders June 15th. So I'm going to say within the next 60 days, bud, we should be finding out what they're going to do for 2024. Now, the 2024 collector's edition will start production. You heard it here. Standing by it. Everybody else, you're wrong. Sorry. Stop saying that. Except for you, Mike. You get a pass. You get a pass. Got a special place in my heart for you, buddy. But yeah, it's stop saying that they're going to be finished up in January of 24. Because that doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. What I think that they're trying to do is they're just trying to buy time, seeing what, who didn't get allocations for Dodge, or, who isn't, might be abandoning that brand. They're going to be looking to, switch teams. I hate to say it like that, but that's what it is. They're going to be jumping the fence, and I think that they're going to be banking on trying to pander to getting people to come over and buy Chevrolet. And with them opening up the floodgates like that, that might raise the sales. I mean, for the past couple years, we all know that they have been throttling production. It's right in front of your face. I mean, if you can't see what they're doing, like, seriously, I don't know what to do for you. I will try to explain it to you. I will try over and over and over as long as it takes. But, yeah, they're throttling production, thinking that they're going to keep the car industry, the prices high and everything. But what they're doing is they're just fucking over everybody. So, Corey, June, maybe July. I think that's going to be when. Yeah, I guess 10. That's not including markups. Yeah, that's also another reason why I think that they're kind of pushing this off, taking orders for like 6 months. Is yeah, kind of going to be reading the room and getting, seeing who's fired up and who's ready to overpay and just, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. That's all I can say that. Rendelay, she needs to be fired. Fucking yesterday, dude. Yesterday. I'm so sick. And after I learned that she's on the board of Disney, if you guys don't know, there's a good channel that you... and he drops a lot of knowledge on Disney and all the bullshit that they're starting to spew out. Pop Culture Rocks. Hammer, he's a good, solid dude. Never met him, never talked to him or whatever. But, man, I'll tell you what. He goes into detail. And from what I have heard and then did my research on, it's factual shit. He knows his stuff. And, yeah, once I figured out she's on the board of Disney... I was done. And that's the kind of the part to where I kind of want to get rid of this fucking car, is because I don't want to be supporting a brand like this. But how do you guys feel about that? Especially after I bought the car. I didn't know about Mary Barra and this whole deal, because it's kind of like once you go down the rabbit hole, then it's like, oh my God, are you fucking kidding? Like, what? And then... So it's like, I really, really do not want to be contributing to all this bullshit and the agenda driven crap. If you were me in my position, would you get rid of the car? Because I do have a loan through GM Financial, and I do feel like I am contributing to it. I am enabling just by making that payment, that fat ass payment every month. And yeah, part of me's got a problem with that, big problem with it. EST87, I wonder how much she really knows about cars. Just what her peers have told her. And I mean, I watched her in an interview riding with that new electric Cadillac, and yeah. Well, it's just like a normal car, except you don't have all the noise. And I'm just like, gag, bitch. I cannot stand to watch her, because I mean, even with all the other manufacturers and the CEOs and everything, it's just, man, it's disgusting. After you just, John Ty, hey, thank you for coming in, buddy. Have a good night too, bud. Derpzilla. The 2024 will just be a rebadged Cavalier. That was my first car. I had a Cavalier Z31 with the 3.1 flat top. I think it was a 91. Yes. I love the Cavalier. Love it. What if Ford buys Chevy? Well, dude, they're in trouble, man. And I don't think that they deserve a bailout. They don't deserve a fucking penny. Not a penny. If they get in trouble after all the bullcrap of giving yourself massive raises, the HR bullshit that's been going on, yeah, no. I mean, a lot of money looks like it's been squandered, and it hasn't been on cars or development for new cars. It's insane. So yeah, I hope Ford does buy Chevy and then throw it right in the dumpster. That's kind of where I hope this goes. I hope it's another Pontiac. No, keep the ZL1. I want to, man. I want to. It's just right now, you're walking right into the slaughterhouse to refi, because the interest rates are so freaking high. So refinancing, I might have to hold my position and kind of just, learn my lesson. And as soon as it's feasible, buy or refi something, because I don't feel comfortable, enabling the bullshit, because that's all I feel like I'm doing month after month after month. Tracy, there's probably plenty of products we can. Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I 100% agree with that. Yes. Yeah. It's just after the fact, after you find out, because it's you really start to try to figure out where this company's going, or try to put your ear to the ground and figure out what they're thinking or what the next move's going to be. And then you just sit here and it's like, it's a fucked up world, man. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Rendelay Collins, you see the price of the Dark Horse fully equipped is close to $80K. Dude, I know. My thing is there's a couple channels, but they've been walking the lot, and like 392 scat packs, 65 grand. Like, I went back and watched a video on Dodge when they introduced the wide body. I think it was 2019. And yeah, it was 4 years old. The video was on YouTube. You can go back and watch it. $59.99 for Hellcat. And this was just a couple years ago, man. Now I went to go order a jailbreak, and it was 98 grand. How did we get from, here to just double? Like, how? I mean, you're getting like 200 more horsepower. Now it's a lot of horsepower. You went from 707 in 2015 to 808, but like, I'm trying to connect the dots. I'm trying to get from A to B on it, and I just can't. Mr. Burley says Dark Horse 80K and a lot less horsepower. Yeah, 505 or something, but it's all NA. Yeah, yeah. I paid 77 with a 5 grand, 4,500 or 4,500 or 5 grand, whatever. It's close enough. 5 grand for Easy Man. Markup on my ZL1 out the door. It was like 77 grand. So that's after tax, license, blah blah blah. Because I mean, but yeah, 80 grand. But this is why Ford has also never needed any bailout money, because they just I hate to say that they're hosing their customers over, but they kind of are. And then the dealers see the dedication and emotional attachment that people have to the brand. You know, they just know. They just know. And they are the first to stick their hand out. Pay up, pay up, pay up. They got the markups are freaking insane. Look at the hoops they make customers go through just to get a GT allocation. Remember that? When they were making people send videos proving that they had prior ownership of... No. They didn't have to have prior ownership of a GT. It was just... they preferred that. And, you know, sending videos... like, come on. Get the fuck out. Like, seriously, it's a car. And then, you know, making people sign a 2-year contract to not sell the vehicle after you get it. Like what they're doing with the Z06. The Z06 is 6 months, which I think is pointless. It's stupid. But, you know, it's GM's feeble attempt to say, well, we did something, right? We tried. Whatever. But yes, far and away, I'd rather have a ZL1. Don't care if it's dated. Don't care if it's, you know, if you get the 10-speed. If it's a single clutch, whatever you want to say it, torque converter, I don't care. I would, hands down, any day of the week have a ZL1. Now, I'm going to say this. If you're watching this and you're like on the fence, ZL1, once you get past like 750, 800 horsepower, it's expensive. It's expensive to break through to those next levels. And, you know, so keep that in mind. But yeah. Can you imagine what they're going to be charging for the GT500? I went on Ford.com the other day and I can't even find the build and price section for the GT500. So I don't know if they've taken it down or whatever, but yeah. GM has already been bailed out one time that I know of. Same here. Yeah. And now looking back on it, I know that in the day they tried to do things as cheap as possible. And this is when people were really just beating the hell out of these dealerships. And you know, and that's between the consumer and the dealership, but they were doing things as cheap as possible, and I don't know what was going on as far as details goes and as far as like the economy goes, but I'm telling you right now, in the current times, they don't deserve a penny. They don't deserve it. Because this big, massive push to go EV instead of having a backbone and standing up for the people. If you go watch that 1-minute video where they said farewell to the 6th generation Camaro, there's a ton. I'll read the comments. Like mine. I asked for Mary Barra to be fired. But, yeah, you if you read through the comments, dude, we want a V8 gasoline Camaro. We want a ICE, internal combustion, blah, blah, blah. It's everywhere. Every other comment. So it's like, the last I looked, that one comment from, I think it was Underground Garage or whatever, had over 1,000 likes on that one comment. So, yeah. The bailout, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And I isn't that capitalism? I mean, if you're going to be running your company like an idiot, then, you know, go down with the ship, man. Because people still pay it. If people stop paying, these will go down. Listen, dude, you're right. First off, you're right. But the thing is, it's gotten to the point now to where they don't have a choice. Lenders are telling people no. The interest rates are too high. They're intentionally making less vehicles. Dude, they are. Unless we get new leadership in the automotive field and, as far as like presidential goes, well, it's just going to keep going. But the thing is like, there's a lot of people barely making it right now. And I'm serious. They're hanging on right freaking now. And they're, they don't give a shit. They're just making it worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Thinking that they're going to control the market. But not a lot of people can afford a $1,500 a month to $2,000 a month car payment. There's a lot of people upside down in their loan bad. And I mean hard. And I mean to the point to where the bank that said yes and financed them, you should have seen this coming. Like, if you didn't have red flags going off in your in your underwriting department, that's on you. Because as far as people paying like massive markups on like Toyotas, when the freaking pandemic was going, I think, what was the markups? I think those RAV4s, because those were pretty hot at the time. They were going for like $80,000, man. But yeah, if people would stop paying these prices, would they go down? Yeah, and you're going to see it because people don't have a choice. So they're going to stop getting the money because they can't get financing or they can't afford it. And that's just the way it is. So, I mean, there's going to be a crash. It's not just a numbers game, but it's going to be because the average consumer doesn't have a choice, man. So everyone's talking, used car, auction prices and wholesale, blah, 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 and all these wholesale buyers and all these numbers. And none of it matters if you don't have a buyer. And once the buyer can't qualify to get a loan, because here's the problem is everybody buys mostly everything on credit these days. And I mean, too much on credit. So this is what happens. So, and when people are overextending themselves like this, bubble's going to pop and, somebody's going to be left holding the bag. So I think the prices are going to go down regardless, because they just don't have a freaking choice. Rendelay says, I was contemplating on getting a 90 Supra manual transmission or a ZL1. Like a 90. Is that the Mark IV? Mark IV? The last I heard, the market's getting softer on those. Depends on really what you have as far as the Supra. If you're just buying it because you want it and it's just a toy and it's your dream car and you've always wanted to have one and this is your opportunity, do it, man. Do it. Yeah. Zero regrets. Oh, he says Mark V. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Then I would do it. Yeah. I would absolutely do it. Tracy says, I hope I don't make anybody mad, but all this global warming crap is just crap. People making money off of it. I'm not saying dump nuclear waste in your yard, but it's a little ridiculous. Yeah. The earth cleans itself. CO2 is plant food. Do people need to get it within check? Yeah. But I mean, I've heard my entire life. I was born in early 80s. Entire life about global warming, la la la, blah. Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed. It's yeah. Listen, yeah, it is, and I don't know how, but they manage every 4 to 8 years to look in this little lens, and they can get inside your head and start scaring people and getting them, just manipulating people and get them to do it. I don't know how they do it. It's beyond me. But yeah. snap out of it. Learn to think for yourself, because that was probably one of the best things that I took away. No, that's not the best thing I took away on our phone call, but I agree with you wholeheartedly when you said that we grew up in an era where we had to think for ourselves, and it's true. I was just thinking about everybody saying that the production is going to halt in 2024, January 2024, and I'm just like, I was watching video after video after video and I'm like, dude, it's the same song, just a different face, and I'm like, it's like an echo chamber. Really is. And I was like, sitting here and I was reading and I was like, I'm not going to come on here and tell you guys something, and I'll give you my honest opinion. I'm always transparent as I can be. If I'm wrong, it wasn't intentional, I'll be the first to admit it. I'm wrong, whatever, I don't care. But yeah, it's insane. People just hear something and repeat it like a parakeet, and I'm just like, my God, yes. Redliner Nothing says, I have a Mark IV Supra and a... Slow clap for Redliner Nothing. I love that. Yes. Do what you got to do. You're almost like Alex there. Just buy them both, bud. I wish that was an option for me, but... A volcano pollutes more than mankind can in 50 years. Is that true? I love learning things, and yeah. If that's true, that's a... I'm going to screenshot that after this. Yeah. Yeah, it's a perfect example. It's like, yeah. I mean, I do believe that our species needs to be responsible. Don't over freaking do it, but, dude, we've had cars on the road for well over 100. I mean, if you're going to see freaking any kind of seriously negative side effect, it would have happened years ago. It's like, man, I just, when's it going to end? When are they going to finally quit this shit and just, like, when's it going to end? No. But as far as, like, the car market goes, yeah, I'll probably be doing, do you guys miss the videos? Ever since, Auntie Susan left us, then, dude, seriously, as a content creator, we're at like 50% now. So I'm glad to see that, like, nobody's donating or whatever, because, have a good night, buddy. We'll see you, Corey. Take it easy, man. As a content creator now, we get pretty much dinged harder. So whatever the pay is, it's 50% now. So, do you guys like the streams better, or do you like the videos, or should I try to be doing both? That's my only question for you guys. Well, an additional question, I'm sorry, but, yes. Other than that, I know I don't say it, I don't take breaks, but if you're just joining, please like the video, hit the thumbs up button. It's super simple. It helps, they say it helps spread the word of Camaro ZL1. So other than that, do you guys have anything you want to get into? Any questions? Anything that you want to know that I can help you with before we end this? Yeah, I think Tracy says, hey, Andrew, I don't know if Derp is still in here, but he had a video where his car sounded a little funny. I don't know if he made that up. Listen, Derp, I should ask him. Derp, he is, listen. Derp is a very, very smart guy, and he is pretty much IT genius. He's always sending me stuff on Instagram. Something about a potato. That's Derp. That's Derp. He is very smart, and he is almost mastering AI. So it's like I wouldn't put it past him. I would just ask him. I'll ask him for it. I tell you what, I'll ask him for you and I'll text you. How about that? Yeah. But yeah, Derp is a very smart guy, and anything AI, anything out of the ordinary, you gotta watch that guy. Double, triple, quadruple check with him. because he's pretty slick. Yeah, yeah. He said it's a sound effect. Yeah. What did he? I guess I missed it. Was it a short? They put it like J USA Pure Power. Let's go Camaro ZL1 LT5. We all want it. See, the thing is everybody time and time again has been in the comments, been making videos saying we want this. They know it. They know it. And the thing is like, oh, okay, yeah, it was a short. No. Trust me. If I heard like something was like seriously wrong with the ZL1, I think he would have got in touch with me and said, "Hey, what the fuck is going on?" But yeah, the as far as Camaro LT5, it's been said over and over and over and over and over and over again, to Chevrolet. There's no way they didn't hear. They all know it had to have been ran up the flagpole clear to the top because there's just no way. There's just no way. The LT5, I heard that they did go back through and renew the trademark paperwork or whatever it is. As far as like the internal, jargon or whatever, I'm not very good on that. But I did hear that they went back through and re-registered the trademark paperwork for it, that they could put it back into production. Kind of why I was all hyped up for it to begin with, but I doubt we'll be getting it. But yeah, we all know that they've heard it, so they're pretty much just slamming the door in your face, bud. It's I told you. Yeah, sick man. He's a twisted individual. He is always sending me stuff like that. Yeah, no, Derp is a very, very intelligent fella as far as like IT. I do believe that he teaches it on the side. I don't know if he does that full time or whatever, but yes, it's impressive. Some of the stuff that he sent me, it's impressive. I can't say it on the stream, and if you're there. Yeah, I just messaged him. Nah, I think he might be doing something with the kids, maybe. Well, okay, fellas. Hour and a half. Okay? So how's GM planning to fill the gap of the Camaro owners that can't afford Corvettes and choose the Camaro? Yeah, because we're pretty much going to go from a Bolt to a C8, right? That's why I tell right now, I'm just picking my jaw up off the floor. Because right now, it's just one dumpster fire after the next. And it's just, like... like I said, super stupid. Clear at the top is just... She is hell-bent on competing with Tesla, and yeah, she's trying to take the high road. And Steve's 21Z01. Have a good night, buddy. We'll talk to you. Tracy, yes, it's good to see you too, man. Happy Easter, man. Yeah, all you guys, happy Easter tomorrow. But yes, there's gonna be a lot of gaps. There's gonna be a lot of questions. They're wanting to push everything EV by 2025. They want like over half of their production line to be EV, and it's like, it just the cluelessness just it baffles me, dude. It baffles me. But yeah, as far as the EV now, I heard the EV platform pretty much they're all the same. It's like a little skateboard, instead of the plywood, the deck or whatever they call it, that's your battery. You got the motors on the wheels. Pretty much everything on top of that. You just have to build the interior and you have to build the exterior of the body. That's pretty much it. Randy Lake Collins, I don't know. Nick, I don't think they're going to get rid of the Camaro. If they do, they will fall. Yeah, that little EV thing that they're talking about doing, that's gonna yes, boom. It's perfect timing. I read that. Boom. Mike, have a good night, buddy. Thank you for joining. Seriously, maybe we'll come back next Saturday. Mike Carter says, how many ZL1 last editions do you think that GM will actually produce? I think a final edition or last edition is a better name than collector's edition. But how many do I think they're going to produce? Me personally, I think they're going to produce as many as they have orders for. And I think that they're going to have a deadline, and I think that they're going to cut it off at right around Christmas time or so. And I think that that's going to be the allotment, and that's it. I mean, from just kind of reading the time frame that's coming, that's kind of what I see going on. But I think that they're going to, starting July, they're going to be taking orders, making all the carbon fiber, all the parts that they need to fulfill those. And after that, anything beyond that, they might have some stragglers, but you're going to pay. You will pay. So, but it's just a guess. I know nothing. I don't have any inside information. And I believe anybody that does have inside from information, it's still just a guess at this point. So, yeah. Okay. Anybody else have any other questions? Anything else I can answer, help you out with, comment on, put out for you, give you a voice? That it? Okay. Well, I really do appreciate you guys. Like the video, please. And I believe this is why GM basically stopped being the zone. Yes. That's exactly what I said earlier in the stream. They've pretty much stopped taking orders so they can compile, because if you go back and look at here, I'll put it up one more time for us all. If you look at all, it's an identical car except for the wheels. So the front is muted out, obviously, by the shadows, but so we don't. Here, I'm sorry. I'll take. But yes, we don't know. We don't know as far as like everything else but the wheels. It looks like pretty much the same car. So, yeah, that's kind of where I think that this is going to be a 1LE replacement. Mike Carter says regular ZL1 allocations up in Canada have been far and few between. Oh yeah, well. You can still get an allocation to build a ZL1 here. It's just the 1LE. Man, that's the thing for Canada is I think that they should be able to, it's just like us. I think that they should be able to have just as many allocations for the Camaro as us too. So, that's interesting to know. So, I'll have to do some investigating into that. But, yeah, as far as it looks like, it's just going to be the same car for what we know. The wheels, like I said, I think it's too big of a rookie of a move to just copy and paste the front wheel to the back. I think that there's something behind it. You heard it here first. Mark my words. There's something behind it. Could be just suspicion, but you never know. So I honestly think that it's kind of GM's way of saying, there's something coming, something to do with the wheels. Hopefully they're carbon fiber. I would love to have some carbon fiber wheels, but other than that, yes. I do believe, like I said, the other subscriber last week, you can go back and watch the other stream with Alex, but yes, June 2nd is what I'm hearing. It's hearsay. That's rumor, but it does kind of give us something to bite onto and something to, kind of keep in the back of your mind as far as like a milestone to something to look forward to. So other than that, gentlemen, please subscribe, Thank you guys. I'll be dropping a video later on in the week. And other than that, I hope you guys are having a awesome night. And I hope you guys have a good week. Well, if you guys want, just drop a comment below. Tell me what you want me to talk about next week. If you don't, then I'll pick a topic and I'll see you back here next Saturday. We'll talk to you guys. Thank you. We'll see you.